What's up, everybody? Steve here. Today I'm going to make, I think, a pretty bold prediction as to where I see housing, specifically larger houses. I think that we're going to see a lot of these on sale. I think that there's going to be a lot of deals on houses that are just large in square footage. So let's talk more about it. I've seen a lot of articles come out, even some Dave Ramsey videos of people saying I bought too much of a house. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people don't understand the scope of reality of what a house costs and everything associated with it, which we're going to dive into. But I want to talk about the U.S. Census Bureau real quick. The U.S. Census Bureau, the average home was 1,525 square feet in 1973. In 1974, it was 1,560 square feet. In 75, it decreased to 1,535 square feet, which is about 30 square feet less. In 76, it jumped to 1,590 square feet. Okay, so basically from 73 to 76, it was roughly around 1,500 square feet. For the most part, the average home square footage has increased by 30 to 60 square feet every year. Today, the Census Bureau reports that the average size for a new home stands at 2,457 square feet. Now, why is this? For one thing, and I'm going to talk more about the U.S. Census Bureau. For one thing, and I think the largest thing, is building and builders. It's basically simple economies of scale. So when you're building a house and you got to put in your septic tank, or you have permits that you have to pull, or there's certain fixed costs that go into building the property. And when you're building a larger square footage, a larger footprint, then the price per square foot it's beneficial basically to build larger. And we definitely saw that during the pandemic and over the last few years with builders really just building larger and larger homes because it made more sense. They're filling every square footage. They're, especially here in Southwest Florida, I don't know about your area, but there's houses, it's basically called zero lot lines, where you really don't have a yard in between your neighbors. You might have a little bit of a front yard, a little bit of a backyard, but between houses, you really don't have much. So they are just economies of scale, just packing every square footage possible to provide this value as well. While our homes continue to increase in size, check this out, the number of people living in these homes continue to get smaller. Statista reports that in 1960, the average U.S. household contained 3.3 people. Okay, 1960, 3.3 people. By 2017, the average household contained 2.54 people. American families are having fewer children for a variety of reasons, but they're still building or purchasing larger homes. Now, as we sit September 13-ish, 2022, we have a big problem, and that big problem is the cost of living. It's the expense of everything. And people are being strangled right now. And this is why I predict that we're going to see larger homes come to the market. It's going to be a larger supply, which is going to decrease the, there's going to be less demand for these properties. So more supply, less demand, the prices of these properties are going to go down. And I think that they're going to go down significantly. So let's talk about it. The downsides of a larger home. You have higher maintenance. So a lot of these homes, especially here in Southwest Florida, if they're 2-story, a lot of times they have 2 AC units. Some of them have even 2 water heaters. So an average AC unit here is anywhere from, say, $5,000 to $7,000. And if you have 2 of them, think about that. And then think about the maintenance associated with those as well. Average water heater, you're talking probably about $1,000, not so bad. But if you have 2 of them, $2,000. If all 4 of those go out, it can get pretty expensive. These larger houses, they have many more roof pitches. So it's a lot more that can go wrong in terms of your roof leaking as well. The amount of time that is invested, or if you actually hire somebody to do this in terms of cleaning the property. If you have a 2, 3, 4,000 square foot house, that's a lot of cleaning. And not to mention all these additional toilets and sinks and everything else that take time to clean. There's a lot of unused space as well. You have a lot of people that pretty much have, they have houses that they have all these extra bedrooms. And I think that especially with families that they have, their kids that went off to college or whatever the case is, but they're like, oh, my kids and grandkids, they're all going to come back and they're going to visit and this and that. And yeah, you know what? They think that they might come back more than they do. And when you add it all up, is it even worth having that? Or is it worth maybe just getting them a hotel room down the street when they come and visit once a year at your property? So we're seeing a lot of unused space. And, a lot of times these rooms are just filled, they're storage bedrooms. And it's a lot of stuff that people don't need, but they're hanging on to for whatever reason. And then let's not talk about lawn and land maintenance. I mean, you're dealing with shrubbery, you're dealing with, some houses are on larger estate size home, plots of land, 1 acre, 2 acre, 5 acre parcels. And, if you're mowing that lawn yourself, that's a lot. If you're outsourcing it, it's a lot of money going out of your pocket. Now, with larger homes comes higher real estate taxes in most cases. And higher real estate taxes, you also have higher insurance. It's just going to cost a lot more to insure a larger property than if you have in the same neighborhood a house that's 1,500 square feet and you have a house that is 5,000 square feet or 1,500 square foot house, is going to be a lot less in terms of insurance. Another big thing that people don't take into consideration is electric. I was talking to one of my buddies the other day, and he's got a big house, and his electric bill is almost $1,000 a month. I mean that's like a mortgage payment. So electricity is a lot higher. In many cases, you have higher water bills and everything else. Another thing that's not really talked about is so here in Southwest Florida, we have what's called home watch companies. And what these home watch companies do, they're going to go into your property, they're going to make sure everything is good, they're going to flush your toilets, they're going to run your sinks, they're going to do all these things, because if you don't run things, if you don't use them over time, just like a car, if you're not driving a car on a regular basis and it sits, then everything starts to dry up. Your piping, things go wrong when things are not used. It needs that natural kind of lubing of being used. And if you're not using it, then things tend to happen. So if you have multiple bathrooms that are not being used in the house, as time progresses, you're going to end up with more and more issues. So if you guys are in a situation where you have a larger house, right now might be the time to downsize. And then if you guys are interested in buying a larger house, I believe we're going to see more and more opportunities for that. And also, if the zoning allows for it, you might be able to pick up some of these larger houses and split them up into multifamily as well, collect rents from, a house that you got a deep discount on, and now you just split that thing up into, two different situations, or, maybe it's a college housing or, shared room housing or whatever the case is. So there's a lot of different ways that you might be able to make, rental income from certain larger houses when you guys are able to buy these at a discount. Anyway, that is my prediction, that I think that we will see larger houses go on sale. They'll be at deep discounts, and I believe it's just a matter of time, just because the cost to hang on to these things is pretty expensive. And then those who are going to be smart with these and buy them at a discount and be able to cash flow them are going to be way ahead, and it could be a great opportunity. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. It's just kind of a prediction I have, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for being here.